Hey everyone, it's me, Doomlink, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker HD. It is currently the 10th of March 2018 as I'm recording this, and it is part 48 for my Let's Play here. If you can have a look in the quest log here, you can see just under Windfall Island there is a date for when I last saved the game. It reads the 8th of November 2017, and I know you Americans are going, that's not what it says! No, that is what it says, shut up. Anyway, the reason why I single out the Americans is because you people have your date shortenings the opposite way to how they should be. So, yeah. Anyway, it was the 8th of November 2017 when I was last recording this. And, yeah, that's quite some time ago. And what actually happened on that day was the tingle bottles disappeared. And I haven't actually played since then. Once again, it is March of 2018 now as I'm continuing the Let's Play. So, yeah, it's kind of funny. Either way, we're just going to go straight into the game here. I didn't actually intend to talk to you. I mean, I love your hair, but, and I really don't. That is as sarcastic as one can get. But, anyway, what I actually want to do in this video is instead of doing things that are kind of main quest related, and I suppose saying that isn't going to surprise you too much because it's been a while since I last did main quest stuff. But, yeah, once again, we're not going to be doing that. We're going to do some side quests. But more specifically, we're going to work on our heart pieces a little bit, because I think I have been neglecting it a little. I think I haven't done too bad. You can see I have a reasonable number of heart containers. But keep in mind, I have already gone to one of the two, what do you call it? The temples where you kind of upgrade the Master Sword. You can see that based on the shield that I have. I've gone to one of them. It was the Earth Temple. Now I need to go to the Wind Temple, but I would say that I have a decent number of heart containers, but I'm kind of towards the end of the game, so I should have more, realistically. Or at the very least, it wouldn't be a bad thing for me to have more. And I do plan to 100% this game, and that's not necessarily the best idea for me to have, or the best thing for me to follow through with, because of course there are a lot of Let's Plays that I want to actually be doing, and I'm going to be stuck playing this game for a while I try to 100% the thing. But the reason why I'm deciding to do that is because this is the first time I've actually played this game. Well, I've played the original Wind Waker, of course, but the HD version is kind of like, this is my first playthrough of the HD version, still as we speak. It's not actually a blind playthrough, because the HD version of this game has hardly changed from the original, but if it had have changed a lot, then yeah, this would be pretty much the equivalent of a blind Let's Play, because I've never actually played the HD version before any of the videos that have been recorded here. But either way, I might, as well as collecting heart pieces, start focusing on the pictobox thing, like the side quest for the figurines. That's a big side quest, and I have actually realised that I haven't really been paying attention to that too much. I have done a reasonable number of figurines, but I haven't been going to all of the islands and taking photos of all of the... I'm not going to say pictographs, I really couldn't be bothered, I'm going to say photos, alright? Deal with it. But, yeah, I haven't really been doing that. I haven't been taking photos of everyone, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to take a photo of you. Actually, let me check my album, ZR. No, I didn't actually intend to take that photo. I mean, I should have actually gone ahead with that, but I'm assuming these ones here we haven't actually turned in yet. I'm pretty sure both of these were taken from tingle bottles. Yeah, I definitely never took a photo of that. But there's some random image of the moon. I think I did that for the guy for the side quests. I don't even remember doing that on camera, to be honest with you. I think that was maybe in the last video where I did that little side quest, where I showed that guy a picture of the moon. He wanted to see something perfectly round and white, or something like that, I don't know. That's an image of the ghost ship. I'm just keeping that for the sake of it, but I really think I should erase anything that's not a part of this little side quest that I'm doing, so I am going to... Shut up! Alright, yeah, I know the Miiverse has ended. That's why I haven't played this fucking game for so long. I'm trying to erase the image, thank you. I don't know what I hit to... Oh, I pressed A for Tingle Bottle, alright. So if you press A for Tingle Bottle, it's like, the Miiverse service has ended. Yeah, okay, now unavailable. Thank you for using this service. Yeah, thank you for getting rid of it, because you're Nintendo and you're horrible people. Anyway, I'm going to take this photo again. Don't know why I chose to get rid of it, because you can see now when a pictograph is actually going to be usable. And that really does help a lot. Of course, in the original game, when you would take a pictograph like this, you would just assume, or hope rather, that it would be good enough for the figurine guy. But in this game, you actually do have a little thing in the corner of the screen to tell you that. Otherwise, in the original game, you just have to go all the way to the freaking figurine place and find out whether or not it was good. And sometimes it wasn't. Sometimes it really looked like it was good enough, and it just wasn't. And another funny thing, for those of you who played the original game, or more like for those who didn't play the original game, who need to know, there was a limit to the number of actual pictographs you can hold in your box. There is still a limit, yeah, but it is nothing compared to the original game. In this game, you have a limit of 12. In the original game, you had a limit of 3. 3 frickin' pictographs. So you pretty much had to drag these pictographs to the figurine guy, not knowing whether or not they were actually going to be appropriate, like they were actually going to be something the guy would want to work on, and you could only bring 3 of them at a time. So yeah, this game, a bit more of an enjoyable experience, I would say. I have been of the strong opinion, as I've been playing through this game, that this is a very, very worthy remake of Wind Waker. And I'm not a fan of remakes, to be honest with you. Like, I prefer to play things as they were originally received by, you know, the gaming world. And I always played Wind Waker, the original game, because it was out for 10 frickin' years before this came out. So, most people probably did play the original game. But for those of you who haven't, I seriously recommend it. There have only been improvements when it comes to this game. You know, I've been standing around talking so much, maybe it's time for me to actually start doing something, for God's sake. Let's take a photo of you. I can't remember who I've actually made figurines of at this stage, but yeah, I'm just going to hope I'm not doing any duplicates here. I don't think I've done any pictographs of these guys yet. But anyway, I'm going to take a photo of you. How brilliant. Of course, in the original game with the pictographs as well, especially the coloured pictobox, the images were so grainy and blurry and awful. But in this game, they're actually like exact representations of what you see on your screen normally. So it's quite funny. Right, did I? No, I didn't take a pictograph of you. I will do that. I'm just going to fill up my pictobox, and then I'm going to go on a little bit of a piece of heart quest. May as well do the people on Windfall Island first. It's pretty easy, because I do often come to Windfall Island for one reason or another. So, I am at 9 images. Can you stop? The one thing that I've always hated about the roll button being the same as the talk button is you do often talk to people accidentally. Now, I'm assuming that I have to take individual images for these people. That's apparently good enough. And when it comes to this woman here, I don't know. That hopefully, yeah, that's good enough. You see, like, this is a great example of whether or not, or rather, it's a great example of not knowing whether or not it's going to be good enough for the figurine guy, so it's a bit freaky in the original game, but anyway. You keep walking, love. Right, that's not good enough, because she's not facing me directly. That's one of the requisite aspects to the pictographs being used for the figurine guy, and they do need to be kind of straight on. But either way, that is our pictobox filled up, so yeah, I'll try and take note of all the people that I've taken pictographs of. I'm pretty good at remembering that sort of stuff, at least from now on. I mean, I don't remember exactly, because it was such a long time ago now when I was taking pictographs and I wasn't really paying attention to it, but now that I'm actually paying attention to it, I will make a mental note in my head of the people that I have taken pictographs of, and that shouldn't be a problem. I won't forget that. I'm pretty good in that way. Either way, I am going to head over to Tingle Island because we are going to deal with some heart pieces. Now, I'm going to try and do this kind of in an organised fashion because I understand that when you have so many different heart pieces in this game, it's very easy. In fact, actually, you know, I'm close enough as it is here. So I'm going to be sailing to the Forsaken Fortress. So, alright, we want to go... Where do we want to go? This is not the right direction, I don't think. Hold on. Need to check the map. It's close to the right direction, so we want to go over this way, more or less. Once again, the swift sail is a beautiful thing. Just the swift sail alone is enough for me to encourage anyone who owns a Wii U and enjoys Wind Waker to just go and get this game. Even if you enjoy Zelda in general, you're going to love this game. There are people who, strangely enough, do not like The Legend of Zelda the Wind Waker, and I've never understood those people. I'm really struggling with the English language today. Have you noticed that? I don't really know why that is. Anyway, that frickin' island was just not completely rendered as I was passing it there. I was just going to make a comment, but then it loaded, and now it's okay. But yeah, we can see the Forsaken Fortress in the distance over there. It's always really easy to see from a distance because it's so huge. It's one of the larger islands in the game. You have Outset Island, the one that we came from. You've got the Forsaken Fortress, and you've got the Tower of the Gods. Those are the three really big islands in this game. And even by island standards, they're frickin' tiny. They're islets, basically. Not exactly real-world standards, but of course, the islands of this game have their own standards because it's a fictional world. But anyway, I think the reason why people, getting back to the dislike of Wind Waker topic, I remember, like a long time ago, people don't really discuss it now, or maybe it's because I'm not really a part of the Zelda community, but like we're talking maybe 10 years ago, I remember people disliking Toon Link. People didn't like him, he looked too cartoony. People were, I guess, more focused on the Ocarina of Time Link and the Majora's Mask Link. He didn't look quite so cartoony, but in this game, of course, he did look very cartoonish. It was a bit of a considerable change in art style for the GameCube version of Zelda, and people weren't a fan of it. But, you know, I didn't really care about that. It seemed like such a silly thing to care about, because in the end, it's about the gameplay itself. There's no point bothering about how things look. Like, the aesthetics of it are just so insignificant compared to the experience of the gameplay, in my opinion, but whatever you're into, that was kind of like the complaint that people had back then, but I don't know if people still feel that way about it. I think the other reason was because people didn't like the sailing stuff. They didn't like sailing around. Where do we need to go? We need to go somewhere. There's this piece of heart that I missed in the Forsaken Fortress, which is why I'm coming back through here. I was actually planning on just cutting through this, but you know what? It's going to be really difficult to keep track of how long my videos are going for if I keep editing so much, so I'm probably just going to keep this in and just talk to you guys. I'm going to head over through here. This might be where I need to go. I'm going to find it anyway. The Forsaken Fortress isn't that big, so I'm not going to get lost in here. No, it's the other side. It's the other side that I need to go. That's alright. Yeah, you get upset. I don't really care. I can just get out of your way really easily. But yeah, for sure, I think the sailing people were really against, because people thought it was boring. I mean, what's boring about it? Look, in like 2006 when I was playing Wind Waker for the first time, of course, game graphics were not like that big of a deal back then. I mean, or rather the standards were kind of low. They were lower. Oh, I've got low charge on my freaking controller. I will plug that in now. I do have the cable right here ready to plug in. But yeah, of course, like, graphical standards were much lower back then, so honestly, for me personally, sitting on the Great Sea on a boat and just watching everything, like, it was just a really enjoyable experience to just sail around, because it was amazing. In this era of graphics, it doesn't really look that amazing at all, but back then, you know, it was enough to entertain me. I had no qualms whatsoever about sitting on the boat for extended periods of time, just sailing around. It had no issues entertaining me at all. What is this? What is that? Is that like some kind of fountain? It's frickin' mouldy and gross, so I don't really want to get involved with that. So this is the place where we want to go here. I ended up going to the opposite side of the Forsaken Fortress to get to here, which doesn't surprise me, because that is kind of what I'm like. I always take the long route. There are some rats around here, I'm going to try and avoid them. I've been getting attacked by geese lately, if you've noticed, and I'm sure you have. I've just been ignoring them, it's pretty great. But anyway, we are about to get a piece of heart. So I am actually going to edit after this because, you know, I really can't justify keeping all of this in. As much as I like to talk, you know, I'm not going to keep all of this in. At the end of the video, I will turn in all of my pictographs. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep what I'm doing right here in the video because I'm still discussing something. I'll stop discussing things in a moment, don't worry. But yeah, I think I'm going to make that a theme of my Let's Play videos now. I'm going to do all the things that I want to do in the video. Like at the start of the video, I'm going to fill up my picture box, okay? And then at the end of the video, once I've done everything that I wanted to do, I'm going to empty it all out in the pictograph guy's place. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. It's a good idea, right? I think so. Anyway, I will see you guys wherever I next appear. I actually don't know yet. I need to look to see where the next heart piece is going to be. So I will show you on the map where I am, and I will describe it to you if you are confused. Seriously, where the fuck am I going here? This is looking like a way out. Anyway, I will see you guys at the next heart piece, and yeah, catch you then. Alrighty, so we're back, and this is something that I totally forgot about. It also existed in the original game, but we have a new recruit here doing the letter sorting. And if you remember him, we kind of did the original guy's letter sorting minigame, and then we went back down and gave this guy directions to come up here, or maybe we didn't. We talked to him at the very least, but he made his way up here. And if we do the letter sorting minigame with this guy here, he'll actually give us a letter. He's a real weirdo, actually. I really admire you, man. Alright, here we go. I have to do this. I'll actually focus here, or at least attempt to. It's pretty much the best way to get a good score is not to miss any letters, because you'll get a chance to send multiple in the same hole. Well, shit, I've already fucked it up. I need to, like, actually get better at this for sure. This is a warm-up. It's been a while, okay? No, fuck off, mate. Alright, well I got 24. 1 off 25. 24 letters. You must be bushed. Not really. I fucked up a little bit, okay? I could have gotten a massive score, but I chose not to. I'm holding back. No, that was a warm-up. This fucks with my head, to be honest with you. It is RNG, actually. Because sometimes you'll get repeated ones and sometimes you won't. See that? I've just got lots of repeated ones in the same hole. The reason why I don't talk so much when I'm doing that is because I'm actually trying to concentrate, and even when I don't talk I mess it up. This guy's like doing extremely aggressive headbutt bows to me. That's a little bit too much, I guess, worship. Alright, so he needs to give us a letter, and we need to post that letter. It's a letter to his mother, because he's a little bit lonely. Or at the very least he's homesick. I don't know, I don't really care enough about the story. All I care about is that I'm getting a piece of heart as a result of delivering this letter and getting a reply from his mother thanking me for delivering the letter. I don't even know how that works, to be honest with you. Unless he wrote in the letter ahead of time, hey, this is going to be delivered by someone other than me, so go thank the guy for delivering the letter. But anyway, we are going to... No, we can't do that. Have to... Yeah, shut up. So what we need to do is we need to go into our items list. We need to look in our delivery bag. Shut up. Alright, what's that? That's the land title deed, isn't it? We will be making use of that soon. It'll be after we complete the Wind Temple. It is a requirement of the story. If you don't remember how to get that, we actually got it through dealing with the Windfall Island teacher. Give her something like 20 joy pendants and she will give you this. It is a requirement, but anyway, I said it was a requirement twice, so yeah, that means it's really a requirement, you know. Anyway, let's just give you the letter. Alright, postage is only 5 rupees, that does not concern me. I have 3,900 of them. I think I can spare 5. Anyway, I think we only need to wait about half a day, so we're just going to do the Song of Passing. The reason why I go back and forth through the different time signatures on the Wind Waker is because in the original game it just automatically plays from the beginning, but in this game it doesn't start playing until you start changing the directions, which means you can't start on the center, which is kind of funny. Anyway, we now have a response. 2 letters, Jesus Christ. What's the first one? To my son's superior. Wow, there you go. So this is the one with the heart piece. That is another heart piece for us there. Very nice. I think it said we need 3 more for another heart container. Cash on delivery, oh here we go. Never mind, it's 10 rupees, not too bad. Alright, how you been, man? I gotta tell ya, you really helped me out back there at the mail centre. Well, these are... I can't believe how many letter sendings are occurring during such a short space of time. I mean, how did he send the letter? Did he come to this mailbox and put it in there while I was standing there? And then Like, you could have just given it to me himself. My god, what an asshole. Or maybe he's just really shy, whatever. Alrighty, so now we are at Greatfish Isle, where the next piece of heart is going to be located. This is an interesting one. I haven't been to this one in a frickin' long time. I don't even remember this one, to be honest with you. I've done the original game 100% once before. Or at least close to 100%, I can't remember. At the very least, I did all of the pieces of heart before. There is a... one of these guys. That's a side quest that I'm not excited to go on, but... I didn't mean to talk to you, Jesus! Alright. Yeah, okay. I know, it's a side quest, shut up. I know. Thank you. Don't beg of me. Alright, so, let me just double check the... That looks like the right direction for the wind, so... Basically, we need to go and fly over to the... Stop this. Fuck. Alright, so... We are going to equip this to, I guess, X, seeing as though we have a free space there. And we are going to go ahead and fly in that direction. By the looks of it, you won't need an extended magic bar for this, so that's a good thing. As long as you have the wind blowing in the right direction, you get here pretty quickly. But yeah, this is a little treasure chest hiding in the, I guess, rock formation. And it does indeed contain a piece of heart. So there we go. Oh, never mind. I thought we needed 3 pieces more. But we were actually 1 piece away. We had collected 3 in total. There you go. So that was the 4th piece. We now have a new heart container. We'll probably do 1 heart container per video. That's a good way to do it. But yeah, for now, I will go and head back to the... what's his face? He doesn't really have a name, does he? He's the figurine guy. Either way, we're going to go and swim off to the King of Red Lions here. And yeah, I will go and... I guess I'll just demonstrate all of the figurines once I have made them, because I'm obviously not going to keep it all on camera, like the whole process of actually giving the guy every single one of those pictographs, because honestly, it's a long process. And yeah, so what I'll probably do, seeing as though they're all from Windfall Island, I'll just take you into the room and show you all the figurines once I've made them. So yeah, I'll see you guys once I've done that. So one interesting thing to mention here, and this is something that I just found out, in this game, you can give this guy multiple frickin' pictographs for him to work on at one time, and they're all going to be ready at the same time. This is unbelievable. I believe this is the case anyway. I keep giving this guy these pictographs, and he's all good with it. Oh, you already made a figurine. Okay, there you go. I will indeed get rid of that right now, so I will open my picto box. No, don't give it to him, you fucking arsehole. Alright, so I'm calling Link an arsehole. Anyway, I will erase this one, because he doesn't need that one. Good to know. But yeah, I'll just try to demonstrate the fact that he does make multiple, because it's pretty great. He has a little mini orgasm behind the counter there, when we give him one that he hasn't seen before. But yeah, we can actually, like, we don't even need to talk to the guy. We can just keep giving them to him. Look at him. This guy's going to be fucking spent by the time we actually give this guy all of our pictographs. It's just going to be a sea of white behind the counter. But anyway, as you can see, I can just give this guy an infinite number of these frickin' things. Well, obviously not an infinite number, as many as I can give him with the spaces available in my picto box, as you can tell, but bloody hell. This makes it so much faster. This is huge streamlining. The number of innovations in this game, just to streamline it, and definitely in no way to take away from its character. It's amazing. Like, they have done so well with this HD remake. It's just amazing. It's almost to the point where I just would recommend against playing the original game. Look, the only reason why you should ever play the original game is if you either own a GameCube or a Wii. If you don't own either of those things, don't fucking bother. If you own a Wii U... Actually, you know what? That's a better way to put it. If you own a Wii U, play the HD version. If you don't own a Wii U, don't bother. That's all I'm going to say. Don't play the original game if you own a Wii U and you haven't played the original before. This is just a better experience overall, I have to say. But you can see all of the pictographs that I'm giving to this guy either way. I'll probably check out Goma now that I think about it, once I do have it delivered to him. And those 2 pictographs that I just gave him there, the Goma one and the guy with the telescope, were the last 2 that I got from Tingle Bottles before the Tingle Bottles disappeared. Long story short. So I'm going to play the Song of Passing twice, and we will see all of our figurines completed. This guy is just an absolute freak in this game. He's making so many figurines in a day. But yeah, anyway, I may as well just keep it going here, seeing as though I only need to play the Song of Passing one more time. Don't need to edit it out. But yeah, really amazing. I was not expecting that. I mean, just with the pictograph side quest alone, there are so many changes to it that are just positive. Changes that save your time. Alright. Figurine-based request. Alright. Go in that door there to check it out. This guy has a whole new text thing here. I don't exactly remember which rooms I placed them all in. Why don't I go have a look inside? So one of them's going to be, it's mainly going to be Windfall Island, of course that is. They have its own room. Or they have their own room, that's not how you speak English, Doomlink. But anyway, yeah. You can see that they're all here. I already took a picture of these two people. You end up getting... Oh, really? Hold on. So the one that I took with the woman with the kind of orangish hair was rejected, but the one that I took with the other woman was not rejected. So did they originally have... I wonder if the first one only had the woman with the orangey hair, and then when I got the second one they were put on the same pedestal. I don't know. I don't know how that works. But anyway, you can see them all here. I'm not going to read all of their descriptions, because then I'll be here until the end of time. But, yeah. You can see these two characters when they were poor and when they were rich, which is kind of cool. See all these people here. There's this depressed guy. They make him look rather pensive, but he's actually just a fucking loner. Either way, I hope that you enjoyed. Oh wait, I'm like about to end the video, but then I remembered I did have some other pictographs that I took. One of them is going to be on the Great Sea now that I think about it, because the guy with the telescope will probably be positioned there. Let's have a look and see what we've got. Yep, telescope guy is over here. Let's actually look at his information. I'm kind of interested. Old Man Ho-Ho. What a great name. Old Man Ho-Ho found his first telescope after retiring from his job and has been travelling in search of new sights ever since. A new discovery always awaits at the far end of his telescope. Well, isn't that great? Look at his freaking eye. I've always found that quite repulsive. I guess he's just constantly staring at his telescope and doesn't blink, that his eye just turns red. It's really quite not pleasant to think about. But anyway, I'm assuming the Forsaken Fortress image here will be the one for Goma. That's usually where all the bosses will hang around. Anyway, I hope you can't take an image of every single one of the bosses, because if that's the case, then that's I've already missed out on a bunch. Bloody hell. Maybe I won't be able to do this 100% after all, now that I think about it. That's a good point, guys. Oh no, I might be able to take a pictograph of all of the bosses once I have to refight them, because toward the end of the game you are given the option to refight all of the bosses, so maybe I'll actually be able to take their pictographs again. I don't know, we'll see. At least I have Ganon, that's like one of the harder ones, I think. Actually no, you can just take a pictograph of him during the final boss fight, but I don't know if you can even... I don't know how that works, to be honest with you. Either way, I hope you all enjoyed. This has been part 48, everyone. I don't know how long this has gone on for. I've been kind of playing it through estimate in terms of how long the videos have been going for lately, because I have actually been editing through them. So, yeah, I don't really know how long this has gone for. I'm going to guess around 24 minutes. Hopefully nothing longer than that, because I kind of want to keep the soft cap on my video length around 22 minutes, and then the hard cap like 30. Anything beyond 30 is kind of like a failure in my eyes, because no one's going to fucking watch it for 30 minutes. Because I know how you guys are. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed. This has been part 48 once again, and it is the 10th of my... Stop. Fuck me dead. Alright. So, okay. Yeah, it is the 10th of March 2018 as I'm recording this, and I'll see you guys in part 49. Catch you then.